Hi there, it's Dr. Andrew Iverson. I'm making this video today because there's something very important that I want to share with you. For 25 years, I've been researching natural medicine, and of course I've been a physician for the last 15 years. This is more important than diet, this is more important than the water you drink, this is more important than the exercise you do. Those are all very valuable. But have you ever wondered how somebody can have the perfect diet and still they are sick, dying from some terrible disease? Have you ever wondered how somebody can get away with doing all the wrong things, drinking and smoking and you name it, and staying up late, and yet they live to 100? These answers can be found in nature. In Nature's Diet, I talk about how to observe the animals eating certain foods. And in Nature's Detox, I talk about how we can use nature's foods to clean ourselves and eliminate toxicity. In 1993, I was first taught about the Earth's magnetic fields and the powers that it has over the human bodies. And of course, since the 90s, we've learned a lot about cell phone radiation and electromagnetic waves from radios and televisions. I'm not talking about those man-made waves. I'm very specifically focusing on what we call geopathic stress. This was a very big subject in the 30s and 40s in Germany and Austria. In fact, they were able to associate a vast amount of illness and disease with this destructive magnetic fields. In the forest, we have two types of fields constantly happening. We have a constructive, healthy, growing field, and we have a destructive breakdown field, and they're constantly working. One helps feed the other. The constructive field needs plants that are in the state of decay so that they in themselves have fertilizer. And the plants that are in the fertilizer mode are actually feeding other animals that need them as well, such as ants and termites and bees and other types of worms and mushrooms, plants that actually give food back to them. So much of these findings I've come across not with just reading, but also with testing myself. First of all, looking for underground streams. I test with my patients in the office using muscle testing or kinesiology. But when I'm testing the earth, I have to go back with what my great-grandparents used to use, which were dowsing rods, to find underground streams or to look for underground wells. And today I'm going to look for an underground stream. Underground streams typically emit above the earth an unhealthy magnetic field, and I'm about to show you that right now. When I'm looking for unhealthy fields, I just focus on concentrating and let the electromagnetic field come through my body. Destructive fields, unhealthy fields for humans, destructive fields, and as I feel them close in, I realize I'm in the field, and then right there they close in completely, and here I am in the field. Now let me show you the evidence of this incredibly destructive field. Let's first look over here. You'll see that we have several stumps that have fallen down. But over here we have such a state of decay that the termites have come in, and woodpeckers. And of course these are all working to bring Mother Nature back into the depth of decay. Other types of animals that are going to be coming in there are worms, and of course maggots, and rodents, and bats, and starlings, and all these animals that need these destructive forces for them to be healthy. And if we come over here, we see that this underground stream has created literally a river of death going right through here. We can even see down here on the bottom we have mushrooms that are growing right within inside this, what we consider unhealthy destructive stream. And as you go out into the forest, every single tree that is within inside this stream range has been absolutely killed. It is being taken over by moss, and it's going back to dirt. Now it seems like this is such an obvious thing. Why don't we know about this? Honest to goodness, I have no idea why we don't know about it. The Chinese knew about it 4,000 years ago. Their emperor forbade anyone from building a house on top of what they called dragon veins. They called them earth demons. Literally, they realized that when people put their houses on these, that they would become sick. So what I'm offering you, if you had your bedroom above this, how would it be? How would your health be if this was somewhere where you put your home? These unhealthy, destructive lines are killing plants in the forest, and we just think that the plants are dying from a disease or from something. Well, they are, but they're dying from a disease because their immune system is being inhibited. And that is the same thing that we could be having in our own personal lives. In Austria and Germany, literally hundreds and thousands of cases in the 30s were shown to have higher than 90% correlation with chronic diseases, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, cancers. It's mind-blowing. And where has all this information been? What I want to do is I want to teach my patients, and I want to teach anybody who will listen what I am doing now to neutralize these energies if they are running through your house. Because if you are sleeping on this for 8-9 hours a night, you can imagine what this type of magnetic field can do to your body. It can make it look just like this. So I'm going to be teaching about this. I'm going to show you how we can do to prevent it, and what the opposite energy in the forest is that we can do to amplify that for our own health. Okay, we just looked at destructive forces and how absolutely devastating they can be on the forest. Now let's look at the opposite, which are the constructive forces, the healthy, healing magnetic fields from the earth. This is what we want to utilize for our own health, because let me show you what it does for the health of the forest. Healthy healing magnetic lines. Healthy healing lines. Healthy healing lines. Healthy healing lines. They're closing in and stopping right here. And if you look on both sides of me, we have two giant fir trees. And these fir trees are in line with another healthy healing magnetic line that runs all the way down in a perfectly straight line. These lines are emitted from the earth, and sometimes a plant is just lucky enough to grow in it. And maybe we are just lucky enough to be living in one. What I'm seeing is those people who are living in them are having better health, just like these trees. And what I want to teach you is what we can do to maximize these lines in our home, and how we can actually benefit from them just like Mother Nature has been.